Welcome back to the Yellow City Rundown for the week of October 20th through the 24th. We have some interesting top stories for the top of the panhandle today, including possible non-citizens and local voter rolls, Argentinian beef deal between Sid Miller and President Donald Trump, and how the public can help those in need this Thanksgiving. On one of our top stories this week, local election officials were responding to potential non-citizens found on the voter rolls. Texas Secretary of State Jane Nelson released her data from her office after running the Texas voter list through the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service SAVE database, and local election officials across the Texas Panhandle are now working to investigate. 15 counties in the Texas Panhandle had individuals who were potential non-citizens who were on the voter rolls. Potter County had 9 potential non-citizens, while Randall County had 5. Local election officials noted to us that those potential non-citizens have received notice to prove their citizenship, and if it's not proven within 30 days, their voter registration will be canceled. There is a full in-depth story about what that means for those local election officials and how they ended up finding those potential non-citizens. This week also, the Argentinian beef deal has been across the nation as one of the top stories, as President Donald Trump made comments on Air Force One on Monday about the possibility of importing Argentinian beef to bring prices down, and Texas Department of Agriculture Commissioner Sid Miller has given statements throughout the week over the importation. Miller suggested in a press release to consider importing beef breeding stock to increase production instead. He also said other opportunities could be opening federal lands to grazing and offering tax incentives to increase the U.S. beef production. That apparently, according to him, would encourage more breeding stock and increased herds. However, the Texas and Southwestern Cattle Raiser Association suggested that low cattle supplies are contributing to the high prices and input costs for ranchers. This week as well, with Thanksgiving coming up and other holidays, the High Plains Food Bank is preparing to help extra this year for Thanksgiving. Other stores are offering Thanksgiving bundle meals at low prices, including Walmart with $40 per bundle that will feed 4 people. And Aldi, if you can find one, is at $40 per bundle and will feed 10 people. And also United Supermarkets has offered a bundle in previous years. The High Plains Food Bank this year is working with agencies across the Panhandle to make sure families can enjoy a holiday meal. Faith City Mission and Salvation Army are 2 local nonprofits that provide Thanksgiving meals as well. Across our Panhandle planner for the upcoming week, we have a lot of events coming up, with Halloween coming up as well. Pirates of the Canyon, or Pirates of the Park, is an all day on Saturday and a little bit into Sunday. Texas Tech Health Science Center is having their annual medication cleanout on October 25th. And the Amarillo City Council is meeting for their regularly scheduled meeting on Tuesday, October 28th. Our main meeting items that we're looking at include the second reading of the Fermi deal and potential talks over leasing the Amarillo Zoo to Wild West Wildlife Rehabilitation Center. The Wienermobile will actually be in town at various events across the week, but the first event that they'll be at will be on the 28th. And as always, look out back to our Halloween event story to look for trunk-or-treats and stuff. On our Route 66 rewind from the Amarillo Globe in 1927 on October 24th, we have a bit of a funny Thanksgiving story for you. 10 turkeys were believed to be stolen from a farmer in Silverton that day, and then they proceeded to think that those turkeys were to be believed to have sold somewhere in Amarillo. That's where the story ended, so we don't really know what happened with it, but hopefully those turkeys were returned to that farmer. For our weather watch from Chief Meteorologist John Harris, Saturday will continue with a 20% chance of showers and storms. No additional rain is expected for Sunday. Temperatures this weekend will be in the mid-60s tomorrow and mid to upper 70s for Sunday. As always, have a great week, and we will see you next week to look at all of our top stories and other things throughout the Panhandle. Thank you.